it's time for us to head back out to Rob live at the site of his one-tank trip.
Yeah, he has more on a popular attraction in the city of South Haven. Good morning, Mr. Westerby.
Arr, good morning to you. Captain Maritime Museum Morgan here. We're in the shop at the Maritime Museum here in South Haven, and I'm wondering if I can keep the, no, I don't think I can keep my little parody friend on my shoulder. We do this because Pirates of the Caribbean 4 premiered last night at midnight at all the theaters around West Michigan. And of course, it's all maritime here at the Michigan Maritime Museum. This is the home of a tall ship called the Friends Goodwill. In fact, it's birthed this weekend in Muskegon. We'll have more on that later this morning. But they also do pirate sails where you can come down, you get yourself set up to go out on the ship, and volunteer boaters actually do some sort of coordinated thing where other boaters play pirates, and the kids love it. And so naturally they come back to the shop and they want to be like all other good pirates. But when it comes to the Michigan Maritime Museum, Pete Mathews took us on a little introduction on what the museum is about.
The Michigan Maritime Museum is right on the Black River in South Haven, a historic harbor that once saw a great deal of commercial shipping, from fishing and logging to the fruit produced in nearby orchards. And the harbor operated year-round. Fishermen were known to brave the ice on the lake all winter. Then tourists began to arrive on ships from Chicago. And as industry dwindled, tourism grew. Today, the only craft you'll see in the waters in South Haven are pleasure craft. Pete Mathews, president of the board of directors of the Michigan Maritime Museum, gave us a guided tour.
Why is the Maritime Museum here at South Haven?
It was part of a family promise that the kids had promised their father that they would do something to preserve maritime history.
What's the focus of the current exhibit?
This current exhibit is brand new. It's called Cruising Down the River. We've done history on inland fishing, we've done history on the Great Lakes, on Great Lakes shipwrecks, on commercial fishing, but we had quite a history here on the Black River as well. The first use of the river was floating logs, and we started getting steamers in from some of the resorts that were in the area. The passengers got off the steamers, went upriver on all these launches.
One of these historic river launches is being built at the Michigan Maritime Museum. The hope is it will be ready for use by visitors later this summer. The boat is being finished by hand by the museum shop director and by a boat builder. That's in the museum shop. Another building is dedicated to boats used in rescues on the big lake.
We had a Coast Guard station here, and this talks about the Coast Guard station. Originally a life-saving station built in 1888.
Do you still have one of these boats in the boathouse?
Actually, in our Van Ort, we have 3.
And while you're viewing the rescue boats, you can test your skills in tying knots.
We're coming up to the tying knots. As you can see, I didn't exactly succeed when it came to tying knots, although you can try it yourself as part of the Michigan Maritime Museum. Part of the maritime history here in South Haven is boat launches. I mean, literally launches like this one that's pictured here, where tourists would come into South Haven and then take one of these launches up and down the Black River. They are currently building one of these here, calling it the Lindy Lou, and when it's ready, which should be in about a month, you yourself will be able to take your family up and down the Black River as part of your experience here at the Michigan Maritime Museum. And I want to tell you, this is a great spot for Father's Day. That's coming up pretty soon, and that's how I first experienced it several years ago. My family brought me down here for Father's Day, and I can tell you it's the reason that I chose it as a destination for the one-tank trip. We're also featuring part of Harbor Country, which is south of South Haven, and we'll be introducing you to more features and destinations there coming up next time, guys.
All right. Rob. Thank you, Pirate Rob.
That's very good.
5:41 right now. Hurricane season.